Hello there. July 2023 has been disappointingly wet and dull for many of us, and it may feel like now that it's raining more than ever, and although not quite that extreme, still with a day or so to go in the month, provisionally we could be on track for our wettest July in around 14 years or so. The rainfall hasn't been distributed equally everywhere, but in particular northwest England, parts of western Northern Ireland have had each other needing to stand under their umbrella. Parts of Merseyside, Lancashire, into Greater Manchester, as well as County Tyrone, County Fermanagh recording almost twice their average July rainfall. It does feel like that we've had to stick an oath, and we're going to stick it out until the end of the month as well, because there's further rain on the cards as we head into the end of Sunday. This pushing its way across much of England and Wales, turning heavy for a time, Northern England into Northern Ireland, steadily progressing over into parts of Scotland as well. Really still quite breezy along southern coastal areas, 30-35 mile an hour gusts possible during the overnight period. And underneath all that cloud and with the breeze around, the humidity is also building. It's not going to be a particularly chilly night for most of us, rather muggy one in fact. Most towns and cities holding up around 16-17 degrees Celsius. The exception to that is the far northeast of Scotland. That's going to stay relatively dry, hold on to those clear skies, and that will allow those temperatures to fall off quite more markedly, perhaps down to 5 degrees Celsius or so in some very sheltered rural areas. Seeing the best of the sunshine then across northeast Scotland as we start off Monday, though this rain will steadily push its way into parts of Lewis and Harris over towards Inverness and the Southern Highlands throughout the day. Elsewhere, the rain will be lingering through the English Channel and towards southern coastal areas as well. The strongest winds easing their way off, but it is still going to be a relatively breezy day for many of us. Showers and longer spells of rain still bubbling up for Northern Ireland, Wales into Northern England as well. So a relatively unsettled end to July for many of us. A few brighter spells trying to poke their way through, and particularly as we head into the afternoon, southwest Wales into southwest England as well. Could see temperatures climbing more towards 20-21 degrees Celsius. And actually the Northern Isles of Scotland as well, holding off from much of that rain. We'll see a good number of sunny intervals throughout the day, and with the lightest winds here as well, it shouldn't feel too bad at all. Those outbreaks of rain, though, will still be continuing across several locations as we head into the evening, particularly for parts of Scotland, Northern England, showers continuing for Northern Ireland as well. Into the early hours of Tuesday morning, the potential that we start to see some very sharp showers push across Wales into central southern areas of England, perhaps the odd rumble of thunder in there as well. Again, a lot of cloud around, a fair amount of breeze still in place as well, so it's not going to be too chilly of a night for most of us, holding up around 12-14 degrees Celsius. Probably that bit warmer for areas of Scotland now that they have the clouds and rain in place. But we've lost the bulk of that humidity that will be with us throughout Sunday night, and so it will just feel that bit fresher for a good chunk of us. As we start off Tuesday morning then, some of those showers will still be pushing their way through first thing, so some heavy outbreaks of rain for parts of southeast England first thing. Overall, Tuesday is a slightly calmer day, particularly in terms of wind speeds, but there will still be some showers around at times, easing out into the afternoon and certainly into the evening for parts of Wales, central southern areas of England. The showers probably lingering the longest into parts of northeast England, some longer spells of rain perhaps for southwest Scotland over into Northern Ireland as well, where it could stay relatively cloudy through much of the day as well. Temperatures at least holding up around where they should be for the time of year, between 19-23 degrees Celsius. And where we do see some of those sunnier spells just trying to poke their way through into the afternoon, hopefully that will allow for a slightly more pleasant feel of things. Some of you, though, may well have noticed this area of rain that is lingering to the far southwest of Ireland, and that is signalling what will head towards us later on Tuesday and into the overnight period towards Wednesday as well. It's another area of low pressure as we start into the start of August as well. Pushing its way in from the Atlantic, those isobars really starting to squeeze together as well, could potentially provide some gales along southern coastal areas of England. So why is it coming in? Well, it's all due to the jet stream once again. Quite a strong jet stream out in the Atlantic at the moment, this fast-flowing ribbon of air high in the atmosphere that's going to be powering that low pressure centre towards us as we do head towards the middle part of next week. We'll just be keeping an eye on exactly how the jet stream interacts with that low pressure centre, because depending on where it does develop, that will determine where we see those strongest winds and the most likely chance of the highest rainfall totals as well. But of course, we will keep you up to date with all of that as we head throughout the forthcoming days. And there'll be regular updates across our social media channels. So do follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and more. And of course, we'll be back here on the app, on the website, and on YouTube very soon. Bye-bye.